was connected at the time to this big. He's worth $100 million, I think, and connected. But
the social dilemma. That's what that documentary was called. The social dilemma at this point. And I'm very disappointed because I bought the whole Tristan Harris vibe. I thought that guy was just and I like big tobacco, which under certain certainty to provide this whole product.
If they change the algorithm to be safer, people will spend less time on the site, they'll click on less ads, they'll make less money.
What up? Right, mate.
What Facebook has
I'm gonna
is
go out
whether
in the
to
morning
hurt
and
their
go away
users
and that's right.
or hurt their pocketbook.
Okay.
He's talking about
Mate,
them just in their community.
just leave it open, mate. Have a nice day. See you later. Just be good, mate.
this is very crafty. What
See
they're
you
doing
later.
here. This is kind of no amongst advertisers too.
And then when they have to choose which
A bit of an out by shifting some blame for
Figure that out. Let's figure that out right now. What's going to happen is, as soon as now I'm getting into the weeds with the technical stuff. I just went out the other night. I wore a mask, and I've got a lot to say about it. And but if you can call up and you can talk about sports during the pandemic, because I mean, your show and all those shows that kind of did a similar thing, like prank. You know, like Bammer hand, like just completely cut the ball in one hand. There's no holes in it. What do they call?
Advice, and it's your first one, so I feel like it's your personality talking, actually. I didn't apologize. You could be like, excuse me, you put pickles on this? I don't really like pickles. And what they do for you, they'll take the pickles off and they eat them while making eye contact. I had a complaint recently at McDonald's, but I didn't complain because I'm a good American. God damn it. This is my complaint. I went to McDonald's and I ordered my meal. My meal came to $9.89 of things. He's like, well, your hearing is great, and there's nothing obvious causing the problem. Then he said this, he goes, you have an overbite. Might have something to do with your overbite. That was it. No science, no confidence. You're telling me to get surround sound.
And the Treasury Secretary could simply fund the government by minting platinum coins. The klutz here. If we want to be really nice about it, you'd call him a klutz. If you wanted to be a meanie, you would call him a liar who has perhaps twisted the truth to protect people. But
You right, mate?
oh, right.
What are you saying?
Not much. He said
Do you have names?
Do you need nails?
Yeah.
I thought I gave him some.
Yeah.
We stop a horrible disease. You always feel you're not doing things quickly enough.
I'll go.
Shooting about.
Take it easy.
now,
Right. Doing this close. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
guys. Okay, and what would you like? Well, we like more global poverty. Why? Well, that's kind of what we do. Okay.
It seemed to coincide with him getting 100 million quid in the bank. That people seem to.
Well, don't quote me on this, but I heard from a pretty good source it's 100 million per year.
Yeah, I heard that too. Something like that. Yeah.
So anyone that's sick about the 100 million, fucking take that.
In there, and I still have never felt that with another fighter where, and maybe it's because you were always in big fights, so there was always something at stake, whereas other people seem to have gone up and gone down a little bit more.
Marcia? What are you doing here?
The hospital, that's all I did. I was thinking that, life experience is life lived. So, if I get up earlier, right, from now on,
Yeah.
I can throw Budweiser up. What happens after you die?
That's if you're good.
Refugees.
Oh, fuck that mess. They'd rather drown than stay in their own country.
It's wrong that it happens, but you can't say ever. The weird part with these refugees is they're fleeing to.
That's it. Alright. actually pretty nice. I don't mind it at all. I'll test it out. Test it out. Turned out well. Nice experiment. Right, good. No bad. Turned out fine. Pleased. Very enjoyable experience. Very pleased. I shall do it again. Suits my eyes. Right up my street. Right up my street. It's right up my street. Ideal. I like to look at it. It's something that pleases my eyes when I look at it. I'm like, it's nice. But I'll change it up. And that's the beauty of being able to make stuff yourself. Because you can take ideas and say, I quite like it, but I'd like it to look like this. And then you can try it, and then you can say, I think I'd like this to look like this. And on and on and on. On just to pass the time until we die. See you later. Yes.
McKinlay.